Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comeback Champions Summit. My name is Kimberly Mitchell, and I'm here to teach you how to be courageously captivating while you impact your audience with confidence and power. I'm going to talk about the 3 C's and the pause that we all should respect when we're talking or mentoring someone in the audience or just one-on-one. Again, my name is Kimberly T. Mitchell. I am an author, a speaker, a past area director for Toastmasters. I am a certified public speaking coach, as well as a TEDx public speaking coach. I have an associate's in science and a bachelor's in communications. I was born into a loving family, a mom, a dad, an older brother. We had a huge home where we hosted family gatherings often. We had some dogs. We had everything that we needed and things that we didn't even know as children that we thought that we had, that our parents was giving us. Now, we also had family sit-down dinners. We went to church every Sunday. We did chores even together. Can you believe it? Now, there's a pause there that I just glossed over. And I told you everything from how I started and now. But it's that stuff in the middle that we kind of like move past kind of quickly because we don't believe that it's very important to our story. It actually is. It makes us relatable. It makes us sincere and empathetic. It shows our audience, all those that we're mentoring, that we could be believable. But those pauses always hold guilt, shame, pain, struggles, and challenges. But those are the bridges. Those are the bridges from where you start until now. Because you had to cross over into something. You had to walk through something to get your feet and your hands dirty, to know what you know, and to be able to give back. And to light that fuel, to light that passion that's inside of you. Because I believe that for me, that if I didn't go through any of it, including having alopecia and have to deal with it, or some other challenges that I had to face, I wouldn't be here now talking to you. I would have no reason to sit here and talk to you, right? So that's a bridge that had to be ignited. And that fire shows transparency. It makes you relatable, empathetic, sincere, and believable. Now, listen to this. You could talk all day to your children. You could talk all day to anybody you're leading, you're mentoring, but it's not always the words that's impactful. It's how you make them feel. They are only going to remember half of what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. So do not overlook the things in your journey. Do not bypass them because it's very important. Always remember that the vehicle that drives you to your destination doesn't define you. It just shows how strategic God is about protecting the gift that He placed inside you. I remember when social services had this grant-funded opportunity for mothers on welfare who were seeking a better way of life for themselves and for their children. And when I found out, I left my job where I was only making $7 an hour at the time. I ran down to DSS and I sat down on my caseworker's desk and I told him to sign me up for school. He told me that it cost too much and I should go do something else. Now, I didn't know what grant funded meant, that you had to fall in line with certain criteria. And I checked off every single box. In fact, when the university made up the grant, they was actually thinking about me because I was a single mother on welfare, collecting public assistance, and had a child that was 1 year old that was able to go to daycare. My other one was already in kindergarten. So therefore, I went home, got on the phone, and I called his supervisor. She told me to quit my job on Friday and come in Monday morning to reapply. And I did. I went back into that office. I sat back down at that desk and I told him once again to sign me up. Well, he must have had that conversation with his supervisor because he said to me, people are not going to like you going over their heads. Okay, that may be true, but I'm here to tell you that there's going to be a mountain that you may have to climb. You may have to walk through some muddy water. You may have to walk around some things. People are either going to have to step over and move to the side or duck, because you're going to come for everything that God has for you. Hence, that's why you're here at the Comeback Championship Summit, right? Because you're coming for everything that is assigned to you. So I applaud you. So moving forward, it was time to graduate. I went to my graduation with my mom, my dad, and my 2 children in the car. And we rode up onto this campus on this warm, sunny day. My mom broke my chance as I was looking out the window. And she said, Kimberly, while we find our seats, you go find your class and we'll be waiting for you. And I did. I walked and I was looking around, seeing people take pictures and fixing clothes and giving flowers and laughing and enjoying themselves. But I slowly started moving out of the moment of happiness and joy because I wanted to know what they're going to find out. But by the time I reached my class, these group of ladies was wondering the same thing. We were so frozen with fear that we could not enjoy what was about to happen. See, one of the administrators walked over and said, ladies, line up, they're playing your song, but we couldn't move. So one of them looked at her and said, will they find out? Will they know that we were from social services? We thought it was either going to be a huge sign outside in the back, or our degree is going to say property of social services. She said, absolutely not. People will not know unless you tell them. And look, that's a part of my story. I can't help but to tell that story because it is a part of that journey. Now, throughout the process, I did have to experience some things like alopecia and other mishaps, which is also in my book, but read it for time's sake, we're going to move forward. Now, I did not know then what I know now, that we were actually experiencing what you call imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome has 5 types. It's the perfectionist, the natural genius, the expert, the superhero, and the soloist. The soloist feel like asking for help is a sign of weakness. The expert will continuously go get awards and certificates, take classes. They could teach a class if they want to, but they still feel like they are not enough. Fear is holding them back from getting started. The natural genius feels like if they have to learn anything new, they are a fraud. They just give up and stop. The perfectionist who sets extremely high standards for themselves in a small period of time. And the superhero feel like they need to be perfect in all the things before they get started. And that's not the truth. Now, there are 2 women who you may know that experience imposter syndrome. That is Dr. Maya Angelou and Michelle Obama. They both felt like frauds, that people should not even listen to them. And why? Dr. Maya Angelou felt like people was going to find out that she was running game on them, in spite of all her publications or novels. That is not true. So now, while imposter syndrome is the doubt of gifts, talents, and your accomplishments, oftentimes we do experience cognitive dissonance. It's that resistance. It's that resistance because we see ourselves in a place that we are not even there or not even close to becoming. And we seem to give up. That's when we feel like a fraud or we feel like we are just imposters. Cognitive dissonance, as what one of my favorite speakers, Lisa Nichols, said, She said, cognitive dissonance is the form of discomfort when you think of yourself in a way that doesn't match your current behavior. Your mind begins to call you to do the things that make your mental conversation match your behavior. I started reading. I started watching YouTube videos of Lisa Nichols and Les Brown. Every time I hear motivational stories, I would picture myself, or it just ignite a fire inside of me. I started writing devotionals. I started seeing myself as a person that was not in her current situation. And I started giving up because I felt like there was something wrong for me to think like that. I didn't know that that was okay. Lisa Nichols said that if you are a creator, that you are going to feel like you're going to feel like you're experiencing cognitive dissonance because of your situation, because you challenge your own situation, which is a good thing. Now, does imposter syndrome go away? No, not really, but it can be managed. Just imagine, where there's no pain, there's no pressure to push us into purpose. Again, there's a bridge. Now, if there was no pain, no pressure to push, I wouldn't be here. Again, and neither would you. You wouldn't have pushed yourself to be a part of this summit. There would be no need to. But always remember that learning is power. We must work our muscles to be better and stronger every day. Now, how can we do that? Fact check, always. Look at the bigger picture, make sure it aligns with your thoughts, even if your current situation doesn't look like so. Share your feelings with a trusted friend or therapist. I say that because there's some people whose mindset is not where yours is. They'll probably say, well, why are you going to go and do that? We're here. Let's all stay down here together. No, there's more. There's more to them too, but you are here. We're talking about you. It's learn to celebrate your successes. I don't want to even say there was small success, but if you just got out of bed, hey, celebrate that. You made your bed the first thing in the morning, celebrate that. You ate breakfast for the first time, celebrate that. Celebrate every success till you learn how to celebrate your biggest successes, okay? Learn how to be okay with failing. It teaches us to grow and be better. Share your failures when you learn from them, because there's always a lesson inside. And build and join reinforcement groups. Be a part of a community. I have a Facebook group called Power in a Woman on Facebook. I also have a Instagram that you could join at Kim T Speaks. Also, create an authentic style, speaking style. There's already a Lisa Nichols. There's already a Les Brown. There's already a Shay Brown. There's already a Cheryl Wood. There's already a Kimberly T. Mitchell. What is your speaking style? Now, reframing your thoughts. This will help you. This has to be done daily, right? You have to take your vitamins daily. You have to work out daily. So you have to reframe your thoughts daily. Reframing your thoughts is when you actively realize negative, unhealthy, and unhelpful thoughts and replace them with helpful, positive, healthy thoughts. This is the part of the process of unmasking the real, authentic you. Then you are able to serve those you've been called to lead, and most important, you. Now let's get down to the 3 C's. Whom are you adding value to? Are you a stay-at-home mom, work-from-home mom? Are you a work-from-home dad? Well, who are you leading? Is this for business? Is this for coaching? Is this for mentorship? I mean, I'm not saying coaching for just public speaking. You're coaching a cheerleading squad, a football team, a basketball team. Who are you coaching and adding value to? Now, courageously, the first C, boldly standing up to your giant. There's power in your pause. Remember I told you that those pauses are always fine with your challenges and your guilt, your shame, Your story can help a teenager, who's on the basketball team or cheerleading squad, who feel like they just keep messing up and they can't get up. It's those giants, but you did get up. So now you have to show them how to get up, right? Even if you had to do it by yourself. Why would we want them to do it by themselves? Because not everybody's journey is the same. You were sent to them for a purpose and a reason and a time. So standing up to your giants is overcoming, standing up to those challenges. Remember, they don't hold the power anymore. You do. Now, confident. Having faith in your abilities and being self-assured. That's battling imposter syndrome every single day. Confident with faith. You have this. You are an unrepeatable miracle. Can't nobody do you like you. And you are a legend in the making. Once you walk past or walk through this earth and the people that you meet, you are leaving important gems with them. They will remember you for a long time. Now, captivating. Captivating has to come with transparency, empathy, and being relatable. That's how you captivate your audience and keep them coming back, because you have exactly what they need and you will solve a problem that they have. Captivating is that charismatic feel that they have when they meet you. You are so divine and purposeful. Again, nobody can do it like you. So remember those 3 C's. I do offer a free gift and it will be attached to this or at the bottom. So I just want to say one more thing before I go. And this is the quote that Les Brown always used to say. And it's an old African proverb. It says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. We have to work on ourselves daily in order to be captivating, in order to be confident, in order to be self-assured, to be courageous. We have to work on what's inside of us. If there's no enemy within, the enemy without cannot do us any harm. And I believe that. And I hope that you do too. Now let's connect. You could reach out to me on Instagram at Kim T Speaks, LinkedIn, Kimberly T Mitchell, and also on TikTok at Coach Kimberly. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the summit. My name is Coach Kimberly T Mitchell, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.